Let's say you walk into your nearest gas station tomorrow. Scratch, scratch, scratch. $50 million.
Do I have pants on? What if you took on air 2 tablets?
You guys, this is happening live. What does your next 24 hours look like?
I drive home, I brush my teeth and floss.
I'm gonna be able to remember the underwear that I was wearing when I was 3 years old.
I don't know what that means.
God, sometime.
So boom, 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 we got investments, 10 million. Hey brother, you're not hearing from me.
Yes, and I lost myself a little bit. I am piecing out.
Assume dead.
The fame and the money got to me, guys.
Sebastian, you've done it again.
It's the Lions mane.
Post defenses, Lions Mane mushrooms, taken on air by Sebastian Morales.
For those of you that play Fortnite, it's like I just took a bunch of chug jug.
Co-host of Deliberate Dive. What was like your first realization about money?
Oh,
Mics are hot.
I'm a little rusty. Guys, see, I am rusty. It's been a while since we recorded an episode. One can say we almost had a falling out of just because we didn't know how this was going to continue. So we're rusty, okay?
Yeah, it was a big confrontation that we both had to deal with, but we got over it. And it's a new year, it's new us, and welcome.
New Year, same us.
New Year's, same us.
But new us.
Same love for the conversation.
Same love for the conversation.
But new conversation.
Same, but different.
It's like the same, but you change it a little bit.
It's, you could even say it's like a cousin. If you have a brother, this is like the cousin. It's the same, but just slightly different.
Now imagine this. It's like the cousin, but better.
Oh, wow.
Imagine that.
I know. My brother, how are you doing today?
I'm in tune with the path, with the frequency, with the wavelength. I feel in tune.
You look like if we could see the waves, you would be just floating like this right now.
Whatever the wave is coming, it's just woo.
You are just hanging 10.
And here's the thing. You got your ups and you got your downs. However, you're in tune with all of it. You got to be in tune with all of it.
To appreciate your ups, you got to appreciate your lows. So that way you know you're going back up again.
You can't take the highs without the lows. So yeah, man, that's how I'm doing. How you doing,
Great. Bro, I could have not said it better myself.
Wow.
I am also very in sync. It's going to be May.
In sync.
Yeah. Life's great. It's, like you mentioned, it's a new year. If it's a fresh feeling.
It is.
Fresh feeling. It feels like I'm brushing my teeth, took some mouthwash. It's a fresh feeling.
That's a great way of putting it. Dude, I was getting ready for bed and everything. After flossing my teeth and brushing my teeth with a new toothbrush, you just have such a sense of like, I feel so good. Like I feel so clean. That's a great way to describe the new year.
I bet your dentist loves you.
That's a great way to describe. Man, I haven't gone in over. We won't say it on the pod. No, it's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
A year and a half.
Yeah, I could say it's been 2 years for me.
It's been like 17 months. You know?
It's been actually, how old am I? 24 years?
It's been 73 months.
But yeah, there's a fresh feeling in the air. We have a whole year in front of us. This last year, you guys saw what we did with Deliberate Dive. Now give us a full year, see what we can do. Huh?
Give us a full year. And
it's like that meme. All I'm asking for is we give you one more shot. Or one more day. What is it?
I don't know that meme.
God, sometimes.
I don't know that meme.
Not everybody thinks like I think.
If you could yes and your life right now.
Yes.
Let's build out Deliberate Dive in a year.
Okay.
Yes anding. All right. Deliberate Dive, we've performed in front of a live audience.
Live studio audience.
Yes.
Yes. And we did it with a semi-celebrity host or guest.
Yes. And we won the most prestigious award a podcast could win. Golden Globes just announced that they're including podcasting into their category and lineups of nominations. So we won Podcast of the Year.
Yes. And all this while not even having to be signed to a label. We're our own label.
Yes, and we didn't lose ourselves in the process.
Yes, and I lost myself a little bit. The fame got to me. The fame and the money got to me, guys. Unfortunately, I'm the one.
I am him.
No, man. Yes, and just and. Simple as that. Yes, and. Open to interpretation. Open to whatever comes our way, brother.
Yes, and what's next?
Yes, and what's next? Yes, sir. May I have another?
There was a coworker, and she was like doing like a scratch off. Her name is Sulu. Shout out Sulu. And I just hear in the background, she's like, "Oh, like I hope I win." I just yell back, "Sulu, you're already a winner."
Oh,
all you hear is, "Aw." Hey, we already won. If we've got that mindset going into the next year, that we already won, we already made it. This is it. It's about this. It's not about making it over. It's literally about this moment right here. We already won.
and guess what? We've done it. We've done it.
Thanks to our beautiful audience.
Well,
and very caring audience and very supportive audience.
I can't express enough how thankful we are that you guys are still here with us. After this time, we can say that. After all this time,
Still here.
still here with us, watching, supporting, showing love, coming on the pod whenever we ask you to.
And it's also a wave. You know, I'll hear from our listeners, you know, "Oh, I've listened to a few episodes in the beginning. I need to catch up."
We need to catch up.
Or, I haven't listened in a while. Or, I still need to get around to
Yeah.
it. Hey, highs and lows. We take it all.
We take it all. We're never going to be like, force you to listen. Be like, I'm not going to call you at 2 a.m. Hey, did you listen?
You know what's going to happen, though? I'm going to look you straight into the camera and say, "You, right there, listener, thank you." Now, if you're not listening, you're not getting that.
Whoa. Oh, but you kind of gave it away with what you're saying. But you didn't get, they didn't get the look. How many times do we have to say, if you guys want the full Deliver Dive experience, you'll be watching on the YouTube.
At
all I'm gonna say.
this point, as long as you click play on the cousins, that's all I want.
Click play on the cousins.
Click play on the cousins.
That's let me ask you this. You said a scratch off.
Yeah.
Buddy, let's say you walk into your nearest gas station tomorrow.
Do I have pants on?
That can be debatable.
Debatable.
It's debatable.
Okay.
And you're like, just you feel that's like a little spark in you, something that tells you, hey, buy a scratch off ticket.
Okay.
And you decide to, for once, just listen to it. I'm like, all right, let me get my gas. Let me get what I was gonna little something to drink. You know what? Let me get one of those scratch offs.
Wow.
Guy gives it to you, doesn't even look. He doesn't even look. He just grabs, reaches back, hands you one. You're like, all right, walk out. You're sitting in your car. I don't know if you've ever done scratch offs or not, so I don't know if you have a lot of experience with them.
I've never bought some in a gas station, but I've done them just however they've ended up on my lap.
Tell me what is, and how do you, what are your next 24 hours look like?
Did I win? Oh, okay, sorry.
If you get to your car, you'll pop your drink up, you're taking a sip, and you're like, all right, let's just, scratch, 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 $50 million. What does your next 24 hours look like?
I drive home. I brush my teeth and floss.
Very important.
Get that fresh feeling.
That's what got you here.
Get that fresh feeling. I read the terms and conditions so intensely. I think about what am I going to do with $25 million because, Papacito United States is going to come take some of their taxes.
Uncle Sam, if you may.
And so now I'm thinking, what am I doing with $25 million? Immediately, $5 million away in investments. Immediately.
Beautiful.
Boom. Just put investments over there. Another $5 million we're taking and we're buying a bunch of property.
Yeah.
So we got that investment.
Investments is different than property.
Yes.
Okay.
Stocks. That's what I'm thinking of. Over here, real estate. Over there, now we got 10 million. Another 5 million going right into the company.
Huh.
Another investment.
Yeah.
The best investment you can ever make is in yourself.
Yeah.
So boom, boom, boom. We got investments, 10 million. Hey, brother, you're not hearing from me. Everything's taken care of.
I am piecing out.
Assume that.
Just would you I feel like you would. I feel like that's perfectly like what you would do. You just would at that point just be like remote it.
10 million. I'm
live unplugged.
I'm living unplugged on the beaches in nature, hiking, finding myself. Yeah, everything else is taken care of.
How's that money getting to you though? Do you ever come back home and check base?
Blood diamonds.
Yeah. I didn't even consider that the movie. Okay.
Yeah, how it's coming me. Here's the thing: you can't fully live off the grid.
Yeah,
you're going to be connected one way or another. One of my plans is to have a family. You can't disconnect from your kids that are going to school. I mean, they'll see you in 20. So all of that to say is I'm going to be connected to the people that matter to me, to my businesses, to my investments. That's all still going to remain steadfast. That's not being broken because I came across money. Money doesn't change people. It just shows you who they really were. That's just someone's character. So I'm still going to be present in all of those things and giving it love. However, now money is the tool for me to like truly live this experience on earth as this meat suit.
He said, "You'll never hear from me again." All these
Assume
people
dead.
then assume dead. Nice.
All right, what are you doing?
Man, again, I'm sitting in my car. I would definitely need to be like, okay, where's Ashton Kutcher with the cameras? I'm being pranked. Punked. But then once it starts setting in, I'm like, whoa. And again, I like to point out something that you very much, it's a good point that you made. You get that 50 million, right? Some people say, oh, nice, a full 50 million coming to me. No. You got to take at least half of that off.
You give them one of those like, oh.
Yeah.
Que pobrecito. They're so delicate.
It's
they
like
don't know.
They're going to get a bill of 50 million. Just one single $50 million.
They're so innocent.
And so again, start working with 25. That's still a whole lot of money.
It's more millions than I have right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would want to tell people, but I would also at the same time, I'm not telling anybody. Only people I'm telling is my immediate family, because their lives is going to be impacted by this also. Their lives are changing.
There is a stat that does say like 100% of people that win the lottery die.
Die? Well, I mean, 100% we all die.
You got it. I can't pull a fast one on you.
That's good. But on those people that believe that they get the full 50 million, on that you may be able to.
Yeah. So all that to say though, like it does affect you. Like you're not wanting to tell like people, brother, fucking 7-string cousin's gonna come up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Sebas!
Hey, bro,
this guy.
I heard when you were born.
Man, hey, I wanted to bring your favorite chocolate, man. Oh yeah, you like these, right? You like these?
Never had it in your life.
Never had it in your life.
Like, oh, I remember when they told me you were born. Like that kind of shit.
So that'll happen.
So I would probably be, I would be very much quiet. I'm not going to be flashy. I'm not going to be noisy. I'm not going to think. The people that I love will be taken care of. My future generations and future wealth will be taken care of. But I will be as quiet as a mouse and just gracefully drive off into the distance.
Very nice.
Because I don't need to be. That's how you lose it.
Yeah.
If you're flashy about it, that's how you lose it.
It's not even you having it. Like, if you win $1 million, most people don't want $1 million to get $1 million and then like grow with that. They want to spend $1 million.
Yeah.
They want to spend it.
I forgot who said it. It's like people don't want to make money. They want to spend money.
They want to spend money.
They want to spend money. Yeah. We're all guilty of that. I love to spend money. A big portion of that, not a big portion, relax. At least 200,000 of that is getting spent on literally whatever I want.
It's your money.
So
that like that's very interesting. And like you'll learn culturally too, like specific cultures in Detroit, like the African American community, you see them with massive chains. You see them with El Carro del Año. You see them with like all these things to show, like to tell you I have money.
Sure will.
But how did they get it? They got a car payment of $70,000 for that car. This is like jewelry. Like, yeah, they spend all their money saving up for that. And what do they have as investments? What do they have as like growing actual generational wealth? Like you don't have that because they're trying to show off. And it's not like just that community. Like we all do it.
No, the Hispanic community is very guilty of that.
And this is just when I lived in Detroit. Like I was learning like learning about like why are they not able to come out of the poverty that is striking Detroit? Because you go to a cash check place, whatever. Right next to it, after you get your money, you've got an alcohol store. Right next to that, you've got like a cigarette dispensary. Right next to that, you got like a fast food chain. Like these systems are in place to like have you not succeed.
Kind of keep you in that, like corral you.
Keep you in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like and going back to your point, it's like, are you spending money to show other people you got money, or are you spending money to have that money work for you in whatever way it is, like in your business, in your investment, or you, like yourself, like in personal investment?
I think maybe some people just don't have that level of maybe education when it comes to it. They've had a certain relationship with money where it comes in. Okay, now they don't see it as a means of like maybe growth, but like as a means to get, now I can get whatever I want because that's going to bring me immediate pleasure versus putting it away, investing in other ways that's going to give you pleasure later on.
Do you think
many more years later on?
What was like your first realization about money? Like you can't, like what, like was it your parents saying like we can't afford that, or your parents saying like, yeah, take it all? Like, what was that for you? Because that very much like will shape how people view money, and unless they're aware
It's
of it.
for sure shaped how the way we see money. Yeah.
100%.
My first experience of kind of realizing that, I mean, well, my first experience with money, period, was very much like young. I would care more so about like toys, video games, that kind of. So if I ever came across for myself some money, if I ever got like a $20 bill or whatever, so and so this, it'd go right back out. I wouldn't know because I wouldn't know the value of it. I think maybe the first time that I ever kind of realized what money was and the value that it brought, and realized that it's it's your life, that maybe unfortunately kind of depends on it, right? Is when I would see my dad go to work on the weekends, and when he would do like the sales jobs that he used to do. And because growing up, you're like, oh yeah, my mom and dad work Monday through Friday, and we spend the weekends together, right? That's what you hear out there, other people, right? But then I would always kind of see my dad be like, hey, where's dad going? Like, it's just a Saturday where everybody's kind of just hanging out, but I see my dad getting ready to go to work. And I'm like, hey, like, where's dad going, and then my mom would be like, oh, he's got a cita, basically, like an appointment to go try to sell the stuff that he was selling at the time. I was like, oh, okay. At first, I didn't really think of it much.
It's the vacuums, Blue Ocean.
Blue Ocean.
Shout out Blue Ocean, of
Remember
course.
that Royal Prestige, all of that. So if you guys know what that is, you are some real ones.
Oh, those were like $2,000 vacuums.
And well, I don't know if you ever remember the cookware. That was also like $5,000 for a cookware.
I remember my dad telling a story about Pa Carlitos going with the cookware, selling with them one day.
So like, and for a little bit of time, our family kind of all got into that. Yeah. But essentially, that's what that was at the time. That's the way that we made a living. My dad was the one carrying us all financially because of that, thanks to that.
Got trophies.
Yeah. He would get such a great time. But
you were traveling road trips to like Cali and Florida, and
yeah, we would take. When my parents were working those jobs, we used to travel everywhere. We used to go to Florida. We used to go to. We went to Nevada a few times. Went to California. Like, it was a lot. That's the job that my dad was doing at the time, and so I would see him going to work on a Saturday, and I'd be like, man, like, where's dad going? And like, or if I wanted to hang out with him, but he's like, oh, he's got to go to work. Or Saturday, Sunday, Friday night. My dad was like, yeah, like. My mom was like, yeah, we need to make the money so that way, we can pay for the things that we have, give you guys the living that we have. And some months he had great months, some months he didn't have so many good months. So like, if I wanted to be like, hey mom, can you buy me this video game? And maybe it wasn't such a great month, she'd be like, oh, we can't get that right now. We have other things that we have to prioritize, because maybe it was like a little bit of a slow month for my dad. So maybe that's when I started coming to like, okay, money is something that dictates how your life kind of goes. I don't necessarily understand it yet, but my parents, they obviously know what they're doing, and this is what they do. So it was around that time when I kind of realized, okay, money is something that actually really matters in the world. Because to me, it was very just, okay, like I said, I would get a $20 bill and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. That's fascinating.
Yeah, bro. How about you? How was that like?
I feel
like we always had similar experience, maybe.
I don't think so at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because you learned like someone kind of in sales. And you're learning like the highs and lows. Like, it's not steady. Like, if your dad's doing that, he's working off commission.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna have the highs and you're gonna have the lows. And even like your mom saying, oh, this is a priority, not like let's spend money on the priority right now. Like, that's such a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
That's a great lesson to learn. Yeah. I'd say my first introductions to money are I grew up going to a private school, middle school, shout out North Shore, and we would have sometimes field trips and things like that, and we would need to go back and like ask our parents for like $20 or something like that, and realizing like we went through highs and lows. We at one point in like the huge real estate market, like my family like definitely capitalized that. And if you go and watch the movie The Big Short, you'll see how a lot of families capitalized on what was perceived to be a massive market, and you're promised to make so much money. And people got careless, people got greedy, people got smart and knew there's an opportunity here. And so like we capitalized on that. And so I grew like around 8, 9, I was like, oh, like we have money. Got a big car, we got a big house. Like my family's got like rental properties here and there. And then we lost it all. when the housing market crashed, like we lost it all. My family declared bankruptcy. Shout out, it's such an important thing to like. It's interesting when I talk to my mom about this. She's a little like ashamed of bankruptcy. I view it as like, yeah, you got through it, and now like look at you. So shout out my mom. Like, yeah, she's gonna listen to this like be like mijo.
Oh my goodness.
I love her. And so then my perspective now shifted to there's no money. We lost it all. We downsized. And now going back to like asking $20 for the field trip, like me dio cosas. Like I was like, oh, my family doesn't have that. I'd rather not go to them. And so then I learned I'd get an allowance of $20. Like, where did my parents get that from? Like, they made sure that's the priority. Like, he gets his allowance. Over here, they're like on fire, working with like managing the money and all that. But over here, so I get $20, and I think this is closer to high school. So like by the time we're like kind of coming out of it, I learned I would survive in high school off of $1.50 curly fries.
I remember you told me this once,
brother, and then a bunch of ketchup. Dude, the best curly fries in the world. When you would get the crispy bits, oh, the crispy bits were incredible. $1.50 a day, because I'm like, I still need to eat. Like, I'm still like going to soccer practice. I'm still a kid growing up, so I still need to eat. So I'm like, okay, what's the cheapest thing that I can get? That I like fries every single day. $1.50. That came out to what, like $7 and something, maybe more. And now I'm saving those extra like $10 every single week, like just week in, week out, because I learned you never know. You never know.
Oh,
that money's going to come in handy, so you never know. So I grew up a little more reserved on spending, just because, again, like I've always had that mentality of like, you never know. And that comfort that money brings you, like it's really nice. And learning, and it's a language. It's a language that like finances, family finances, talking in relationships about money, navigating those conversations, like if you have a big emotional attachment to it, it's a little bit harder. If you didn't have a lot growing up, or if you grew up in a family that said like, no hables del dinero, don't talk about money, you're not going to have those conversations. So now when you're a full-ass adult and you're trying to navigate these grown-up...
It's going to be weird to you.
It's going to be weird to you.
Imagine having to sell money like at your job and you're not comfortable talking about money, or asking people for money to pay you, right? That's so interesting. Yeah, man.
So yeah, like thinking about money, and then like even thinking about money today, like what's your mindset on money today?
I absolutely love money.
Wow.
No.
Hot take.
The hot take. Thanks to the experience I had growing up, always seeing, I kind of learned this from my mom, because my dad was the breadwinner, right? My mom was the one that's kind of strategizing everything.
Yeah.
Strategizing, right? So I will say that a lot of my money management that I've learned came from my mom. So she always taught me to be, well, because she herself, they were always responsible with bills, responsibilities, things like that. They were always responsible for that. So that was instilled in me. So thankfully, I've never been, since I started working, making my own money, I've never had to miss a bill. I've never had to not pay something because I don't have the money, or like I spend all my money, I have $0. No judgment to anybody. I will never understand how somebody could always be like, I spent all my money. I have $0 in the bank account. Like, and if you're working. Now, if you're pushed to do it because of other circumstances that come up, that's a different story. But if you're just the kind of person that gets money and just immediately goes all right back out, that's going to catch up to you soon later. It's not going to be nice.
I wonder if those people were the ones that just, I have no money. They could just easily ask for $2,000.
Oh, yeah. I've known people, I've been in I've known people because I also went to private school, but for high school.
Yeah.
And I was surrounded by people that had that. And it was always surprising to me that I would see it, and I would see it in examples in my friends. Like, we were in high school, we didn't have a job, and like, especially like sophomore, junior year, you're not typically working, you're not really making your own money, things like that. I would, again, have to maybe ask my parents, hey, can I borrow $20 if we're going to the movies, or we're going out to eat, right? I remember very specifically one time, I had a coworker or a friend who was like, man, I don't have any money. Let me ask my dad for some money. Didn't think anything of it, right? He was like, all right, he sent me some money. Just $2,000. Just like deposited in his bank.
How old?
This was junior year, so
Teens.
how old are you? Maybe 16?
That's nuts.
And props to the dad for being able to provide that for their kid.
Of course, that's what you want to do.
But it's dangerous for the kid, because if at any point you just want, hey, what's money? Here's a large amount of money.
Your relationship, you didn't work for it.
Exactly. So it doesn't mean shit to you.
Yeah.
Not that that's wrong. Everybody's situation is different. Some people are lucky to be born into that.
You actually pray to be able to give nepotism
Exactly
to your kids.
Like that's what you want for your kids.
That's what you want for your kids. And then you have to be the one to instill work ethic in them.
And responsibility as well.
Here's $2,000, but you're gonna, mow the lawn once a week. You're gonna go around, or now you could start a business. You can go out asking neighbors, like, hey, can I mow your lawn for $20?
Doesn't even sound crazy. Be like, yeah, I'm giving you all this money up, but of course you're gonna do less something for it. You're gonna earn it. And again, it's about keeping your kids balanced because you're giving it to them, you're making it easier for them, but at the same time, you're teaching them the value of it. You gotta work for it. Just like everybody's gotta work for it. And some people really work hard for it. And unfortunately, they don't always make ends meet. So for those people, keep going.
And if you're an established podcast, however, still early days podcast.
Yes.
In order to benefit from money, we need to have sponsors. And
in order for you to be able to make money, you also need to be at the top of your game.
And to be at the top of your game, you're going to go for Host Defense's Lion's Mane Mushroom Capsules. Now, thank you for the question, Sebas. Why do I love Lion's Mane?
I was literally about to ask you. Tell me a little about that because I haven't taken it yet. But believe me, I got my own bottle and I will. Why is it that you ride by this?
Now, why I ride by this? Thank you very much for the question. So, Lion's Mane is a mushroom that very much like promotes your memory and nerve support. And Paul Stamets, he is the founder of this company. And the first time I listened to him was on a road trip. It could have been 2016, 2015. And he was on a Joe Rogan, back when Joe Rogan was like peak storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Stamets goes on and talks all about mycelium. Mycelium, different from mushrooms, but it's all part of the fungi. So it's all part of that. And mycelium is, just imagine fungi, picture mushrooms. He said about 50% of the dirt that we walk on is mycelium. It's all connected. All of the world is connected by mushrooms and this fungi. It's constantly talking to insects to go over here or go over there. It can control insects. It can actually use an ant or an insect and use it as a host body and then like have it kill itself and eat itself and then like come out and have it actually control it and then commit suicide. It could do that. That's mushroom.
Crazy. Wow.
So that's mushroom. That's mycelium. That's fungi. And there are very, very good mushrooms. There are poisonous mushrooms. Mm-hmm. There are psychedelic mushrooms. There are mushrooms for health benefits, all of that.
Mushrooms for cooking.
And he talks about all of it is good, right? Good or bad, it's thinking that makes it so. So he's like, all of it is good. And Lion's Mane is just one of those that are part of this massive ecosystem of, again, the world, like us going back to what we are. Like we're just a bunch of like cells and carbon and somehow we're alive. But putting that into it, and what made me bring this back into my life, another great question. Avatar, Fire and Ash. No spoilers, but a huge part of the plot has to do with mycelium.
Really?
Yes, sir. Please, Sebastian, first honest thoughts.
I got to tell you, my friend, first honest thoughts, great packaging. This is like a sturdy bottle. It's not a cheap label. But going in depth into what you told me, that's unbelievable because I feel like you guys have seen examples of it. Sometimes I lose my train of thought. Sometimes I don't remember things.
What if we did something crazy? What if you took on air 2 tablets?
Taking it on air. This is only something you're going to get to see if you watch the YouTube. May I reach into your...
May I reach into your... There you go, on the house.
You guys, this is happening live. I'm going to be able to remember the underwear that I was wearing when I was 3 years old.
Host Defenses.
Where is their water bottle? Do you mind if I borrow a swig?
Host Defenses, Lion's Mane Mushrooms, taken on air by Sebastian Morales, co-host of Deliberate Dive.
Oh, of course. I should have not expected to know that was regular one. That is a man with taste. I just took the most crisp, brisk, lemon with water with probably a little bit of, what do you call it?
Himalayan.
Electrolytes.
Himalayan.
Unbelievable. My body For those of you that play Fortnite, it's like I just took a bunch of chug jug and went, and
Now-
it tastes great. Wow, that tastes really good.
Now imagine that mixed in with some lion's mane mushrooms. So, Host D friends, thank you very much for this sponsorship. We are absolutely delighted to take this forward with you, introduce our listeners to this brand, and to introduce them to their mission.
And thank you for allowing us to speak that message.
Yeah, shout out to you,
Anthony. You told me about a theme that you wanted to talk about today. That is a very important theme that could also maybe relating to money. Seeing others can make you feel it. Seeing others with money can make you feel it.
Wow, what a segue, my friend. It's like you've been doing this for over a year.
Some may say I have. Some may say we have.
Some may say you never stop out the womb.
Life is a performance. We're all about actors.
Straight
Life's about a play, wasn't it? What they say?
Box chocolates.
Jealousy, Anthony.
What a topic.
Why is it important? Because I like what you were saying. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I've always had a negative relationship with jealousy. Like if I'm feeling it, I shouldn't feel it. But you said before we started talking about that, you're like, why not feel it? Jealousy is just an emotion. It's not good or bad, it's just an emotion. Tell me why you feel that way. Why don't you have like maybe see it in a negative aspect that maybe it kind of some people may think of it in a negative aspect.
Sebastian, you've done it again.
It's the lion's mane. Look at how fast that works.
I love this topic because it's something that I'm learning in the process. It's something that even you asking, like, why don't you look at it as bad and look at it as good? Again, like going back to the money conversation, it's not about good or bad. How you think about it is what makes it so. So if you look at this jealousy, right? And I was talking to Myra, and we're
big friend of the show.
And that's my girl. No disrespect.
Well, to me, she's my friend.
Oh. So jealousy, she was the one that actually said, like, not looking at it in a negative light. Don't look at it in a negative light. Like, it's just this thing that someone can feel. Mm-hmm. And why do I have to feel ashamed or feel bad about an emotion that I feel? Mm-hmm. If I see someone with more money than me and I feel a type of way, it's a valid feeling, but don't sit in that. Mm. Don't sit in that. Again, we're just a bunch of cells and chemicals. So it's an emotion that comes up, and it's good to validate it and say, oh, I'm feeling, what am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling jealousy. Other emotions too are very valid. Like the feeling of joy, when I'm feeling that, I'll be like, well, I'll be damned. This is what joy feels like.
Yeah.
Being like present in those moments, because that emotion of jealousy is going to come up just the same as happiness and sadness and joy and
anger.
All of those. So now we're talking jealousy, right? And earlier we were talking about me in the grocery store, and I saw my ex that I haven't seen in a year plus walking down one of the main aisles and me walking this way. But it didn't happen in like I saw her for a while. It happened in like I walked into this grocery store because I had to go to the bathroom, and it's all across the grocery store. So I didn't grab a cart. I just beelined it over there. So I'm walking over there, and she's walking this way with a cart. And my instinct was to just turn to the right and go down the aisle. I was like, I wonder why I did that. And I started thinking about this, and it was there was nothing to be said that I wanted. There was nothing, like, no closure that I needed. And yeah, it was such an interesting, like, oh, like you saw your ex of a year plus. How do you feel?
Nothing. The best answer could have been nothing.
I know I'm taken care of.
That's the most. Yeah, I mean, just complete neutrality over that.
So now, are you telling your partner, hey, I saw my ex?
Well, you had that experience and you did share with your partner.
Because that's just such an open and honest conversation.
Yeah.
And going back to jealousy, people can be jealous of,
how she responded, yeah.
People could be jealous of friends or coworkers, or it's all valid. But it's like, I think there has to be a level of self-love and then also a level of trust. If you're trusting this person, then what is there to worry about?
It's interesting when you said self-love and jealousy in like the same sentence. Like, think of it this way. What if jealousy is maybe such a confused way of self-love that you love yourself so much that you're like, when you see somebody else that has something that you want and you know that you love yourself and you want everything the best for yourself, that makes you kind of think, oh, why don't I have that? You get what I'm trying to say, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I personally have always kind of had like a negative relationship with jealousy. And not in the fact that like I've been jealous, but like just always thinking that jealousy is a negative emotion. That, you know, it's something we shouldn't have. Not really thinking like, oh, it's just another feeling that I can either choose to ignore or choose to accept and sit in. The boy doesn't get jealous of anybody. Let's be serious. No. But the moments in my life when I've seen other people with maybe something that I wanted, or maybe being felt like I'm put to the side with like a group of friends, and you know somebody's getting more attention, or you know people are getting treated differently, or maybe even with my siblings. That's something that happened when my sister was first born. I kind of went through, my parents, I remember very much, they told me, it's like, you kind of went through this little stage where you kind of just, I don't want to say alienated because I was young, but
resented.
I resented the whole situation that I was having no attention. And that all the attention, because obviously, and rightfully so, went to my newborn sister, right? So, like, I had to go to therapy for that. I remember my parents took me to therapy one because, like, they said I got so, like, down and, like, I was so sad and everything. They took me to therapy to try to kind of figure where I was wrong. And, like, I remember specifically to this day. And I was, like, I was 7 years old when my sister was born. And I remember to this day when the therapist asked me, he's like, hey, when your sister was born, draw on this paper right here and tell me what you felt when your sister was born. I remember very much clearly I drew me on the side, just like a little stick for me on the side, and I drew my mom and dad and my sister all together, and like in another complete, like the complete upper side of the page.
Damn.
I know.
Damn.
So it's like, I've had those kind of emotions in me since I was very young. Sometimes I've been able to process them well. Sometimes maybe I haven't. Like, for example, that was an example of me not being able to process it well. Because also, again, I was just a kid. And I didn't realize what was going on, right? But these days, if I ever feel jealous, I kind of just, like you said, choose not to sit in it. Because when you sit in it, that's when you really feel the negative side effects of it. Because it makes you start maybe like hating where you're at or wishing that things were different, when in reality, everything that's in your life right now is supposed to be the way that it's supposed to be.
Couldn't have said it better, my friend.
So, I don't know, man. Have you ever had any kind of like little jealousy moments that are not even are serious, but just like the dumbest thing?
Yes, all the time. I'm a human.
Oh, that guy's hair.
Yeah.
Why can my hair look like that? I'll tell you what, maybe I do get jealous about these days. And it's not like crazy or anything. But if I'm like at a red light, right, and I just see somebody with like a sexy ass car, I'm not gonna say I'm jealous, but I'm like, damn.
It'd be nice to have.
It'd be nice to have.
Bro,
why don't I have that?
I've driven a Porsche.
Yeah.
Rented on Turo.
Oh.
Shout out Turo. We'll put up a picture of this modeling for Turo. And best driving experience of my life.
I can imagine.
Of my life.
Yeah.
That's when I was driving a $100,000 car and I was like, all right, how do I get this? Just feeling it, the smoothest 90 miles per hour, you're like, whoa, I thought I was going, like, what? How did I get to 90? I'm just driving.
Just absolutely flying.
My foot is barely on the pedal. We're at 102.
People just see you on the highway, you're just absolutely gutting it past them.
And you're just straight chill.
I'm probably going like 45.
Oh, man, the greatest experience. I was on my way to Minnesota for a business trip.
You rented it to go there?
Yeah.
What?
Brother.
Wow, what a treat.
Yeah, dude. It was with this fun crew. My ex was a part of that crew, actually, funny enough.
Okay.
And we just straight fucking. We originally rented a Mercedes. However, the Turo owner messaged us saying the Mercedes is not available, and he had 3 other cars, and we didn't ask him if we could take it. I'm like, all right, well, for this inconvenience, you're going to give me the Porsche at the same rate. Like, right.
He said yes.
Right? He was like, all right. And then,
I love this guy.
and it was a nice.
Is it like the how do I say? Because they
Not
don't
the
have
sports car.
SUVs.
It
They
was,
don't have
it was the
SUVs.
SUV type.
The crossover type.
Yeah, the bigger
those
one.
are
The big
sexy.
size. You got
Yeah.
comfortable room.
If you guys ever seen those, the wheels on that mug are this, like, they're thick.
That's why it's so smooth.
So you are really sitting on the ground, just absolutely flying.
It's really nice. So
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, man. Like I feel the car. However, I'm so grateful for the car I have.
Oh, man,
Just
you have a
straight.
fucking all-terrain. You have a 4x4 now.
4 new tires.
Yeah.
No, not even that, but it's like, yeah, man, I'm grateful for what I have. But it's nice to dream and wish and like want things. It's
And want
okay.
things for yourself.
It's okay to want things. It's okay to ask for things. I feel like often, like even going back to the money conversation, like we were probably told as kids, like, don't ask for shit. Like, shut up.
or you already have enough.
So that also cooks you unless you mature and find
Absolutely.
out you need to heal from a lot of childhood trauma. We're healing from a lot.
Yeah, because maybe that's why we don't feel like we should ask for things, because like, oh, we're not being grateful for what we have. And that's just something that was just instilled in us. Because that happened to me, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be a good time to kind of bring in this new segment we're going to try out here.
Well, you read my mind.
We have something new for you guys today. Anthony cooked this up. We have this book here. Younger You by Dr. Carl Fitzgerald.
Wow.
Reduce your bio, age, and live longer, better.
Now, how did we come across this book?
We came across this book literally because we have a pair of eyes.
Wow.
One day while we were recording, we're waiting for the studio to be cleaned before we could step in. We were sitting in the lobby and saw a book. Anthony's like, I'm going to go pick that up. Grabs it, picks it up, opens it, just in the middle of where it is, reads it. Hey, this would be a good idea for the pod. So we're going to crack this book open.
Wow.
The segment yet to be determined. Segment title yet to be determined. But we're going to crack this book right in the middle of it.
Or 30%.
Or 30%, whatever it is.
15 and a half.
And we'll switch off. This time, I'll read it, and I'm going to ask you how it made you feel.
Please.
Next time, it'll be the opposite.
That's about a 48%.
Should we...
Wow.
Should we try to go for somewhere, or just literally...
Oh, I was just naming what you did.
Oh, I thought...
Go ahead, do it. Second time. Take 2. Ooh, that's a solid 51.
Oh! Here we go. Ready? Top of the page says, Future You.
Wow.
Testosterone is undeniably important, but testosterone replacement comes with some risks.
Not me sitting like this. All right, let me...
Like many other compounds we've discussed, the benefits of testosterone have a U-curve. Too little isn't good, but neither is too much. A study of over 3,000 men found that older men with mid-range testosterone levels tend to live longer and experience fewer bone fractures. That means that whether or not testosterone replacement is useful depends on where your levels currently are. In practice, we see testosterone drop in men as they get older, but a lot of the times what's happening is that testosterone is getting converted into estrogen in men and women who have high blood sugar and accompanying inflammation. For men, that looks like gynecomastia, visible or large breasts in men, for those of you who didn't know, erectile dysfunction, muscle loss, and a belly. For women, it can mean increased estrogen-driven conditions like fibroids, PMS, endometriosis, muscle loss, and loss of libido.
I thought they were going to not include endometriosis, so I'm glad they did.
When patients, well, of course it's big. When patients present with high blood sugar, inflammation, low testosterone, and elevated estrogen, our first step is to place them on the Younger You intensive program. It can rapidly drop blood sugar and inflammation, thereby turning the dial on the brutal testosterone steel way down. One of the most mind-bending area of epigenetics and anti-aging involves proteins known as Yamanaka factors. Shinya Yamanaka, a stem cell researcher and professor at Kyoto University and the University of California, San Francisco, along with Sir John Gordon, an evolutionary biologist at Cambridge University, were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for Medicine in 2012 for their separate work that showed that mature cells can be reprogrammed to become unidentified stem cells, or what are known as induced pluripotent stem cells. This is turning the clock back as far as you can possibly go, manipulating epigenetics via DNA methylation and demethylation to the point where the stem cells return to the state they were when you were just an embryo.
My brain went
How
to a million.
does that make you feel?
A million different places.
Top 3 points.
All right, let's start testosterone. Let's talk stem cells. And let's talk how you become a better you. So testosterone. Immediately I thought, oh, I recently just checked like my chart, my testosterone. I took like a test a little over a year ago in range of normal. Like bet. And then that had me thinking, what is testosterone? And what does that do? And then you read about it and I was like, oh, it's cool. And then we went into more like what highlighted for me was stem cells and how these people like won Nobel Peace prizes for this, and how I used my own stem cells in my cancer treatment.
I was going to say, this ties in perfectly.
The last of that treatment was a stem cell transplant using my own stem cells. And the process was really cool. The process was, I love biology, I love science, I love all this stuff. And so as I'm getting treatment, as I'm doing these different tests, as I'm running my blood to be collected for stem cells, I'm thinking about the science the whole time. So what they had to do was inject me with I had to self-induce myself. So I had to take shots at home, like roll my fat up, inject the needle, hit it, inject. And then this was not a steroid, but it was supposed to overproduce, to have my red blood cells being overproduced. And so that would leak from my bone marrow. So inside my bones, it would leak out into my bloodstream stem cells because I was just overproducing a lot.
Yeah.
And so now that's leaking into my blood. And now they've also got a centrifuge stuck to me. I got blood coming in. And this is a process that took 8 hours. On the day of Chicago, when we had a tornado warning downtown Chicago back in 2020, sometime in like May, June, July, August, sometime.
No, you were there for the full, like a whole 8 hours.
Oh, full 8 hours. Like outside turned dark.
Wow.
They take out my blood, they put it through a centrifuge, they collect the stem cells, put it through a centrifuge, put the blood back into me. And now they're collecting those stem cells and they're taking them to be frozen. And this is 3 months before I'm going to use them. Okay. So it's 3 months out. I still got 3 more rounds of chemo. And then on the day of my stem cell transplant, no, not on the day of, I had to check in for 7 days before my stem cell transplant. So this is like an October 7th. And I go in October 7th. They give me 7 rounds of chemo back to back daily. And then we make it to October 13th. And on October 13th is when my immune system is at 0. You have to completely kill your body in order to accept these stem cells so that they can take the host body, which is me again, surprise. And man, I had like a religious person there, a spiritual person there, blessing these stem cells and everything. I had my doctors, my brother was there, my mom. I think Steffi was there. And then there were people like downstairs, like parked outside. You at one point like came to visit. Like that was that time. Okay. And so now these stem cells, like I remember like them injecting into my body. Like this is straight up your next birth, because that's why October 13th is the day I celebrate, honoring the day of my second birth. Yeah. So these stem cells are coming right back into me, and then they're starting from scratch. The hope is none of these stem cells have the lymphoma that I had. And we're just starting from scratch. So when people tell me I've got a lot of energy, it's because I have a whole new body at 23. And these stem cells have just been like, I grew like 2-3 inches. Like I'm 6 feet. People keep telling me I'm getting taller, which is nice. And I'm very energized to start a company, to work out, to try my best, to be inspired, to create art, to pursue things. I'm constantly, because this is just how my body has become. And it doesn't come without side effects. It doesn't come without, like chemo brain is a thing that I have, and they're trying to rebrand it to like cancer-related cognitive impairment. Chemo goes through your whole body. Your brain gets cooked. That's why also today's sponsor.
Lion's Mane. Wow.
Lion's Mane mushrooms helps with memory and nerve support. So my memory is sharp until it's not. And I make sure to like eat a lot of walnuts. Walnuts are good for your brain. Salmon, fish. Omega-3 fatty acids, also good for your brain. Avocados, blueberries. A lot of these different things. Like, again, all going. So that made me think of that. So now we've got testosterone, stem cells, how to become a better you from that. I think testosterone is super important. I know as like men get older, it goes lower. However, like find ways to naturally build that. I don't know. Fall in love with life.
I think some people maybe actually do need the little extra help, however you get them.
Valid.
But yeah,
Valid.
it's more so about not keeping a passion for your life, doing things that make you feel passionate. Bro, besides the point, I have so many, just a million questions that just come up. But my biggest one, because I know we're getting close to wrapping up here. Literally, how does that feel? Like, literally, how does that feel? When they inject your body, like, what do you feel? I'm sure you don't feel that, like, maybe, like, jolt right away. But how does it feel, or what is that like? Like I was saying, like, first-person POV.
I remember it becoming really hot. So my heart rate started elevating. My face got really warm and hot. And I remember feeling that. And then like a nurse came around, like did some stuff. And then kind of just like, all right. I smelled like garlic for the next like weeks.
Really?
That's a very common thing that happens after stem cell transplants. You just smell like garlic. And they warned me about that too. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, they weren't lying.
Yeah. I remember the Benadryl kicking in and then falling into sleep. Okay. I remember just like being high, like, ooh, it's good. It's Benadryl. And then for the next like 2 weeks, I had to stay inpatient because then I developed these nasty fevers. Oh, bro, I started writing about death.
That's normal. That's like part of the process.
I started writing about death.
Okay.
And brother, when you get so close to death, and this is what I'm listening to Tuesdays with Maury right now. And the name of the author, Albion, Matt, maybe. And Tuesdays with Maury. And it's this book about this older man developing cerebral palsy. However, he teaches something at college, universities. And one of his students just took such a liking to his like way of life. And then he developed cerebral palsy. He's given like 3 years to live or something like that. He's dying. Muscle atrophy, his muscles no longer work, like he's got to be fed, like he's got to be picked up to go do his business. Like you are now dependent on someone else until you die. That is your life. And so he's like teaching it. Tuesdays with Maury became like a teaching way of life, thinking like, hey, you spill a Coke can in your new car, in your new Porsche, it's okay, it's just a material thing. Like that level of we're about to die. Who gives a shit? And one thing that I was listening to the book today, one thing that he said, he was like, you cannot learn how to live until you learn how to die. And when you live your life through that lens of tomorrow is not promised, life becomes a lot more juicy and delicious and tasty. And so experiencing that, so I developed these fevers and I was writing about death. I was recalling times I almost died, remembering, and I got through it. Understanding I just got these stem cells and I'm like, and I'm gonna get through this too. However, like, damn, that was close. So you're recounting like these, like again, death. Like you cannot live until you know how to die. And yeah, like that was that. And then terrible, terrible fevers, just like not sleeping at all, hallucinating at one point.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. At one point of the treatment, I was definitely hallucinating.
Man, your body definitely went through a lot. But it's good. And it's also amazing to see how much you have completely recovered from this. Like, I'm not going to get tired of saying that. You have a whole new body.
It's brand new.
It's a brand new guy.
Yeah, dude. I'm learning to like shave the nipple hairs off this thing.
Wow. Now you're taking care of it. Now you're taking care of it differently. And I can tell it's visible.
Now you're taking extra care of what you got a second chance.
This guy is him. We're also proud of you, buddy. Honestly, at least I am. What a story.
Wow.
What a story. Honestly, it's just, I'll make a movie about you someday.
That's the plan.
Really?
If Netflix is listening,
Netflix, come on, show.
I've got a story.
And I'm glad that we get to listen to it every Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Just as much as the audience listens to it, I listen to it every day. I also have ears, guys. So I listen to all the stuff that he says.
Now imagine being me. I get to listen to it and say it.
First person POV. Brother, what another banger. Kicking off the year right.
Did it again.
Just absolutely did it again. We love you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for tuning in.
Continue to watch. Buy Lion's Mate. Read books.
Season 2 is here.
Season 2 was never in doubt. It got in doubt. There was a little bit of time there was in doubt.
We know you were worried, and we stuck through it with you. We never left you. You are safe.
When we were arguing about the vision that we had for this, we both always came back to for the fans. For the fans.
And we show up.
We can't let them go.
We deliver.
See you guys next time.
Some might even say deliberately.
Woo!
Wow.
Just like riding a bike.
I wonder, is this the day?
No, it was such a good episode. Somebody text you.